Now let's talk about search. So here we're going to talk a little bit about the scroll bar, highlight view, document text search, workspace text search, and tag search. First of all, the scroll bar. So you notice over on the left, of course, we have your document scroll bar. As you scroll, you'll notice it shows your highlights. It shows places where you've pulled out excerpts and things like that to give you an overview of how your document is arranged. Now, one of the things you'll notice is that when I stop scrolling, everything becomes a little bit more faint. And when I start scrolling, it becomes darker. The purpose of that is to let you kind of concentrate on your document without the colors in the scroll bar distracting you. Next, let's talk about highlight view. We'll go back to our surgeon's deposition transcript here. And you see we have a lot of highlights over here. Highlight view is a tool to let you view all of your highlights together. When you activate it, then you can simply pinch the document with 2 fingers and all of your highlights come together. If you want to know more about a particular highlight, you just put your fingers around it and squeeze apart, and everything expands, sort of pivoting around that particular highlight. It's really convenient, a great way to get an overview. Now, if you don't have a touch screen, of course, you can do this in the same way as a lot of our other gestures, just using the scroll wheel on your mouse while holding, if you're on Windows, while holding the Shift key. You see, we can just expand this. When we're done, we can also just tap the highlight view button again and it uncollapses. Great. Now let's talk about document text search. So let's say we search for the word Feld. We go to search for Dr. Feld. So we tap on Find here, type in Feld, and it finds 7 results. Now, to see these results together, I can do the same gesture, take my fingers, squeeze together, and it brings all the results together, again, with as much or as little context as I need. This is a great feature because it lets you effectively pivot a document on a word or a phrase. Okay, we'll expand that and turn off the search. We can also do the same thing in the workspace searching for text. So for example, I can go to search, look for STEM as in stem cell, workspace, and press return. And in this case, it found 6 results. You see, right here. And of course, I can use previous, next, jump between them, and so on. All right. And finally, we have tag search. Tag search is a great feature because, like I mentioned earlier, tagging is basically highlighting with a specific semantic meaning attached to it. So for example, we have a few different tags here. I think we have enough. If we go to search, we can go to tag, we'll go back to documents, tag search, and let's say we'll look for everything important. Okay, and then search for tags. And you see it found 4 results. And same thing, I can squeeze to see them all together. So this is really handy for focusing on finding specific types of tags. And as you go through your workflow, you may need to find a certain type of tag, a certain situation. This makes it very easy to do that. Okay, the last thing I'll show you is searching across multiple documents. So for example, if we want to search for, say, stem cell, and let's say we'll search not just the current document, but all documents, press return. And you see over here on the documents list, we have little red lines next to all of the documents that have results, just like this. So what it shows me is, gives me a rough idea of how many results each document has and a little bit of a sense of how they're distributed. So for example, we can go Galaxtrin product manual, and you see there's just a couple of results here. We can squeeze to see them all at once. Then we can go over to the lead nurse's deposition transcript, where we have a very large number of results, and squeeze to see them together as well. Okay, excellent. So again, we just covered the scroll bar, highlight view, document and workspace text search, and tag search.